It's a huge concern.
It's also part of the GTP plan as well.
Yeah, exactly.
A regular viewer, Chairman Prosper in Tema, sends this message and say that how can the Vice President call for a debate only with his main opposition leader when there are other key individuals also in the opposition, including Alan Chamantin, who is on a par to par with him? Is that a concern for you?
Well, not a concern, but it's something that ought to be noted.
Or you think it's disrespectful?
Well, maybe disrespectful is a very strong word, but I think it is important that people recognize at this moment in our history that NPP is not an option, NDC is not an option. You see, when we talk about the economy, incompetence, corruption, and so on and so forth, now people are talking about between NPP and NDC, which one was more corrupt or less corrupt, which one was more competent, less incompetent, and so on and so forth. I keep saying that one simple indicator. By the time John Mahama was leaving office, there was doomsday. Ghana had gone back to IMF. Enter NPP. Ghana, at the time that they are leaving, after 8 years, Ghana has gone back to the IMF, and we are in doomsday.
What's your point?
My point is that if these two political parties could do anything radically different from what they are used to doing, I don't think we'll be talking about this in circles. Two, even my bigger point is that right now, we have three main contenders, 4 or 5, for presidential.
Who are?
The Vice President, John Mahama, Alan Chamantin, Cheddar,
and the smaller ones.
Smaller ones. I want us to look at this election like we have never done before with any other election. What am I saying? Let us look at the individuals who are presenting themselves to want to become president December 7, 2024. Why? Because the power that the Constitution of Ghana gives to the president is not given to a political party. It is given to an individual. So, even when a party has put together a manifesto, gone out on the campaign trail and sold that manifesto and elected into office on the basis of that manifesto, you call it a party government. When the president sits in his seat as president and his own party, core party members, MPs, party leadership raise issues, the president can say that, well, that is the party's position, I am the president. That is one. Two, if the party was the issue, then you couldn't have had one president, J.A. Kufuor, from MPP. And even NDC people hailed his presidency. I am surprised that his own grandson, Napo, is sending a signal that his own grandfather was a failure. But even NDC people, all across the board, would tell you that President Kufuor in the Fourth Republic is probably the best president we have ever had. From the same party, enter a Kufuor, and here we are with the kind of economy that we have, with the kind of governance scandals that we have, with the kind of situation that everybody is calling for a change. And you are telling me we should still go back to. So I'm saying, let us listen to the individuals. Right now, we are back to the IMF. When you read the GTP, then you would see how Ghana can get out of this IMF program. Because anybody who is going to take over this country from 7th January 2025 must understand that you got to have a plan before that IMF program runs out, like 2026,
you are speaking
2027.
from a place of pain.
No pain. You need to get my passion. Passion is different from pain.
You are speaking from a place of passion.
Yes, exactly. I am feeling very passionate because, you see, when we go to the polls, the decision Ghanaians make on 7th December 2024 will decide whether this country bounces back or rolls deeper into the dark. That is why I am so passionate. Pain, why should I have any pain? No. we have, some of us...
Because you are here, I'm seeing your face.
Yes, no. You are reading me wrongly.
Okay.
You are reading me wrongly, and I'm surprised you're doing that. But you see, some of us, we put our whole lives for public service since we were young. To date, we fought on the basis of principle, hoping that by this time, when I'm heading towards 70, we would have seen a certain Ghana. But alas, we are not seeing it. So in my own lifetime, I am praying, and I'm still working hard, that Ghana will find that president who clearly has the track record, whether within government or in the private sector, has the capacity, has the character, has the integrity. It will not be a question of wanting a debate before people can determine whether you have the capacity to lead. Clearly, Alan Kyerematen has what it takes for us to get out of this mess, within which we've going round in circles for 32 years.
All right. Now, I know he was part of the government.
Of course he was. But everybody was part of some government. John Mahama was part of a certain government.
Everybody was part of some government.
Yes. Now, so that's neither here nor there.
Dr. Jonathan Santiotre, I understand that you have to go for a lecture, but just your last bite on this. Let me just refer you to that insert. I'll play that insert again. And this one apparently was in 2016, where vehemently the vice presidential candidate of the then MPP was opposed and said rather the debate should be with the indicators of the economy, as he said. He was speaking to community people.
John Mahama says he wants a debate on the economy. Now I want to challenge him to come to Sangba and debate with the people of Sangba on the economy. He should tell them. He should tell the people of Sangba what he has done for them in the last 8 years. And he should go and debate with businesses that have collapsed because of doomsday. He should go and debate with farmers who cannot buy fertilizer because of his policies. He should go and debate with...
Dr. Santiotre, that would then mean that the debate should rather be with the people who are the ones living, how poor or not the indicators of the economy are facing. Teacher trainees, NAPCO trainees, Malamata market women, and others. Just shortly, in 3 to 4 minutes, Dr. Santiotre.
Yeah, I think that the network was quite unstable, so I did not hear exactly what you said.
Okay, I'm saying that in that insert, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in 2016, rejecting the debate, said the debate should rather be with the people in the communities, the various groupings who are suffering because of the indicators at the time. And I'm saying that then will affirm that that should be the mode of the debate, community debates, individuals, etc. Should that be a good argument?
Well, ideally, that shouldn't have been a good argument, but he is suffering from his own cynicism in the past.
Suffering from his own cynicism in the past?
Yes, he's suffering from his own cynicism in the past. The responses to that particular request were born out of cynicism, and he's paying for it because today you are the lowest of your political career, and you want to ride on the popularity of Mr. Mahama to gain some kind of currency and credibility. And these cynicisms or these cynical responses that he gave in the past, have come back to haunt him. And I'm sure that little did you know that there is some kind of incident like that, of which the media, they say internet does not lie, the media will bring it back, of course, as a way of responding to the question that is, or the request is put in for today. I can see the desperatism in his voice. He is quite desperate. And I can tell an authority that I don't know if Mr. Mahama will want to shy away from that, as to whether that in itself will change the minds of Ghanaians. Okay. It may, because I see that Dr. Bawumia seems to believe that he has nothing to lose at this point in time. When you know you are gradually on the verge of losing the elections, why wouldn't I call on the main opposition leader? And it is quite strange that the party that is in government is calling for something of that sort. But let me finally say that, look, if there was supposed to be any kind of debate, I by now would have been expecting some of the CSOs liaising with Peace Council so that they can put forth some kind of package and make some kind of arrangement.
Okay.
Speak with the various political parties and those who are leading, political movement here and there. And then you have that, concerted and agreeable means of ensuring that a debate of that sort, is done. Okay. As a call coming from Dr. Bawumia is politics as usual, it's a sign of despotism, and a party in government that should rather be overridden with its own popularity and policies is rather calling on the opposition to come for a debate. Okay. For what? I don't know. But you have to understand that politics is about strategy. Okay. And the timing that he's using for this particular call, for him, is strategic. But it is a call that Mr. Mahama will decide to take or not. But I can say that if he decides to go, Dr. Bawumia should be ready for that huge embarrassment he will have.
All right, thank you very much. Jonathan Santiotre, Dr. Jonathan Santiotre is a lecturer with the UCC, a political analyst, helping us do the discussion.
I disagree with Nana Oheninto when he sought to lamb the NDC, lamb the NDC with the MPP. Why? Under the NDC, this economy was not declared a junk economy. It was not. With all our problems, it was never declared as a junk economy. Under the NDC, you didn't see old men, pensioners, monies taken away from them, and some have life-threatening diseases, and they go to the ministry begging for money.
This week they were demonstrated
again. It is so deplorable. So the NDC and the MPP are not the same. Why? In this economy, the gallon of petrol was not sold at a liter was not sold at 15 cedis. So look, there's daylight between NDC and MPP. But I think that what we need to do is that at this moment and time, Ghanaians are calling for a second independence. Because look at the state capture.
The word is change. Just call it change.
Look at the state capture.
It's change
of the resources and state institutions. State institutions are supposed to, as it were, be independent, have now become mum. And so governance is bad, economy is bad. What else is not bad?
And debate will not solve it.
It's not solve it.
All right. Just the next 3 minutes for you. So what then should be the mode of the interactions between the presidential candidates like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, John Mahama, Alan Chermantin, in order to posit the conversations with the voters?
In terms of a debate?
No, in terms of communicating the policies and then getting closer, getting interrogations, inquisitions.
The most important thing is for you to be able to convince the people that whatever you want to do is feasible. It is that Vice President Bawumia has a double-edged sword to deal with. He has today's economy to deal with, and also how his vision would help solve some of the challenges that they have created. Because the questions will be asked him about today and how tomorrow he'll be able to solve those challenges. That is where it is. And he needs to convince the voter. Look, today, it is not going to be, and yes, there will be a core mass of people voting because they are MPP. But majority of the people are going to look at, so where do I sit in my own personal economy today? That is what they'll be asking. You will sit with your wife, he will sit with his son, his daughter, family. Where do you think we stand today with regards to how we look after ourselves?
And you're saying those are the indicators
those
that
are
voters
the
will
indicators
be looking
voters will be looking at, can I afford 3 square meals a day? Yesterday, I went to buy banana. The lady who sold me the banana.
You went to buy banana?
Yes, I want to buy banana. I'm a Ghanaian, don't I? I buy banana. I like
Where did
banana.
you buy the banana?
Oh, just round the corner.
Because I want to know the location so I determine the price.
Just round the corner. It was this, there's a lady on the pavement when you come off the Kanda highway and then you turn right. Just there.
There.
Yes, just there. She said, Openyi, I went to buy. And they use old Ghana cedi. 3 million.
Meaning 300
3 million, 300 Ghana. When she said when she brought the basket and she started offloading it, what was underneath? She couldn't even sell. Little, some even went ripe and they will never get ripe. And she said she paid 3 million. So she's going to take it back and tell the guy that the 3 million she paid wasn't worth the goods that he's given her. But you think the person will take it back? You think they'll take it back? Look at electricity prices today. Look at petrol prices today. Look at transport prices today. Look at food. Common tomatoes. Common onions. Plantain. How much is coffee broke man? How much is corn? Boiled corn. How much? How much is okra?
Okra.
Yes.
Okra.
Ladies' fingers. 5 is 5 cedis. When before they were selling it.
Because
I go to the market.
I mentioned corn.
I go to the market.
So those will be the indicators.
Look, I went to buy dried fish. Dried fish. And there are different types. 3. I bought 3. It came to 1,800.
Which one? Akosombo?
The dry one that they dry. When you break, yes, you can crack. What do you call it market here? What do you call it?
Market.
No, not Bema Camp. Salamda, Adabraka.
Adabraka market.
Yes.
And that place, fish is usually cheaper.
Cheap. Those are the questions. If Bawumia is calling for it, those are the questions. And look, the debate should be with the people. I would want Vice President Bawumia to have a debate with the people. Call a town hall and say, Ghanaians, I want to talk to you.
Avail myself.
Yes, avail myself and talk to you. That is where we want to hear. Not debate with Vice President.
All right.